Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be the illusion of action. You've probably heard me talk about this before, but I've actually got 3 short emails from 3 different guys that I think they all came in on the same day, and I thought I'd read through each one of them because these guys are basically on 3 different continents as well. And so I've got a quote that I'd like to share with you because it's something that is a real big problem, because as a coach, I see pretty much like the emails that I get, it's like I see the same things over and over and over again. So these will be good to illustrate my point here. So the quote I want to share is, "It's much better to learn to go with the flow in life. People will often try to force things that do not seem to be going well or effortlessly. That may be pushing a client to make a decision before they are ready, asking a lover to be exclusive before you've really gotten to know each other, pushing your body too hard when trying to get into shape, or simply trying to force things to happen faster than it's possible. There are no shortcuts to success. A rose takes its time to bloom for a reason. You can't overwater, over-fertilize, overstimulate, or overexpose a rose to sunlight to make it bloom faster. All you will do with excessive action is kill the rose." That's something to think about. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to jump right into these emails because there's 3 different ones. So the first one, the guy says, "Hi Corey, thanks for all your great help. I've been seeing a girl for 6 weeks and we started off slow and things went really well. I was doing as you advise." That's good. You should treat all women the same. You've probably heard me say that before over and over and over again. You want to practice infinite patience with women. The idea is if you start going out just once a week, as her attraction level for you starts to grow, you literally become more attractive to her. And as that happens, she becomes more interested in you and possibly forming a relationship. And that's when she starts texting you more, calling you in between your dates, and you simply use that as an opportunity to set up the next date and then get the hell off the phone. Hang out, have fun, and hook up, and don't complicate things. But it's when you start trying to lock a person down or get them to commit to you or start talking about a relationship before the emotional bond is formed, and it always takes about 2 months, and that's with you doing pretty much most things right. If you try to shortcut that because you feel needy or insecure, you feel like you're going to lose her to another guy, that's exactly what will happen. He says, "Then I was told she was moving to another city in a few months to study with the chance of coming home over the weekends. She said we could possibly still see each other, but I had cold feet one morning in bed with her and said that I was falling for her." Come on, man. "And was scared to lose her." Well, that's real masculine. That's really going to help your case. You're basically acting like a woman instead of a man. Your attitude should have been like, "Hey, we'll just see what happens. I think you're great. Let's just see what happens. If you move away and things are really going well between us and we want to keep seeing each other long distance, let's address it at the time." You got to stay in the present moment. That is so important. When you start talking about the future, you're getting out of the present moment and you're getting into your head. And that's when all kinds of problems arise. He says, "She said wait and see what happens, but that day I sent her a text saying I wasn't happy with things the way they were going and pressured her to come over, and she told me this." And he puts in big bold letters, "This isn't going to work for me. I told her I wanted her as a lover only and not as a friend, and I left her for 4 days. Then I missed her so much, and I went to see her, and so now you're acting like a stalker showing up at her place unannounced, and she still felt that better to break up now than later. I miss her so much and regret acting as I did. What do you suggest I do?" Nothing. You've already chased her away, and more chasing is that's what caused you to get dumped in the first place. So you're basically saying, "Hey Corey, can I chase her even more than I've already chased her? And will that get her back?" And the answer is absolutely fucking not. Wait to hear from her. If you do hear from her, "Hey babe, great to hear from you. I want to see you. When are you free to get together next?" Make a date to hang out, have fun, and hook up. Let's look at the next guy, different continent. "I met this girl 6 months ago in one of those working courses, and we spent 3 months there. I was treating her as a friend, but I knew that she was looking for something else. In fact, she likes me, but at the time, I had a girlfriend. A month later, I broke up with my girlfriend, so I called her to come over to my house. She came over and she was easy like a cake. Yeah, because you had a girlfriend at the time. And so, therefore, you were a guy who had options. Obviously, she was a potential option. You had your girlfriend. And women are going to find you naturally more attractive because you're in a non-hungry state. It's like you don't care either way. You can take it or leave it. You're in an abundance mentality at this point. He says, I mean, I didn't tell her how much I feel about her, and she didn't ask. Good. And then if she wasn't asking, it didn't matter to her at that point. He says she just wanted to be around me, and you know what? I fucked her that day. Well, duh. Hang out, have fun, hook up. He said 2 months like that, and she called me to ask if she can come to my place, and I say yes. She came over, and we spent all day in my place. But lately, she changed, and she started to ask me if I like her or not. So now she's unsure of herself. And when you say, of course I like you, baby. What do you mean? Why would you ask me that? You got to ask questions like that. You got to ask good quality questions to find out where she's coming from. And he says, I wasn't clear with her. I said things like, hey, look, I don't like you. You will not be here with me. Or if I don't like you, you will not be here with me. Things like that. That's not what she wants to hear. It's not that you'd be a cold fish or a jerk to her. You'd be like, of course I like you. I think you're awesome. Why would you ask me that? What's on your mind, honey? Tell me. Talk to me. Communicate with me. Say those things. He says, since 2 weeks, she stopped calling me before, and she was calling me every day. He says, so I called her, but she did not answer, and then I sent her a message with one word. Then she called me saying that she was busy, and I asked her to come to my house. She came, but she did not stay that much. He says, I did not hear about her since then, and I called her yesterday, but she did not answer. Now you went from letting her come to you, and now you're starting to over-pursue. He says, I know that she is seeing someone else. Before I wasn't analyzing her behavior because I wasn't caring that much about her, but now it's like I got used to her, I think, so what do I have to do? Well, part of the reason why she backed off is because you basically your response was you kind of made her feel like you didn't really give a shit about her. You were just fucking her, and that was it. You didn't make her feel special. Now, women like you, because obviously you had a girlfriend when she met you, but women want to feel that they're at least more special than the other girls that you're dating, and that's one of the things that you failed to do properly there. And then she probably backed off. Well, she had another guy that maybe was making her feel a little bit more special, and then because you became unsure of yourself, you started chasing after her, and all that did was push her away. Here's the third guy, another continent. He says, here's the thing. I just found out about these videos, and of course I was a month too late. Dude, you got here exactly right on time. What happened couldn't have happened any other way. You're here now because that's where you're supposed to be. So relax, dude. You're here now to make your life better, and so even if you don't get this girl back, you're going to find somebody 1,000 times better. I promise you. Apply what I teach, the quality of the women you date will get way better. He says, so I met this amazing girl through online dating. We talked for about a month, and then we finally met up. That's a long time to talk on online dating. You should only have to have one conversation on the phone and then set a date. Hang out, have fun, hook up. Talking for a month, you're acting like a therapist or a gay male girlfriend. That's not helping your case doing that. That's a waste of your time. Plus, when you get wrapped up in a girl like that, you cut yourself off from all other potential possibilities out there. He says, we connected perfectly the first week and a half, and she was all cuddly and stuff, and then she just changed and told me she's really hard and complicated and wanted to only see me once a week because it took time for her to trust anyone. So when a woman says something like that, what that means is you're saying things and you're doing things, your body language, the tone of your voice. She knows that you're trying to push things along a little further. Again, you're starting to fall under the illusion of action here. He says, well, I fucked up, and I ended up texting her every day, just trying to get to know her and talk with her, blowing up her phone, and ended up every day she wouldn't respond. Come on, man. And he says, I overdid it. Yeah, I fucked up, I know. He writes in big, bold letters. Well, at least you know. At least you admit where you fucked up. He says, well, needless to say, we only dated for a month, and I was so caught up in her and in love with her. You had a fantasy about this girl, and you were ignoring the fact that she wasn't feeling the same thing. And so you started out cool, and then it's like you just totally fucking came unglued when you started liking her. And you became a stalker, probably because you watched too many movies that showed you that works. He says, I somehow couldn't see that I was crowding her with texts. He says, I told her I was going to stop texting her and give her the space she needed and resume with only seeing her once a week. Well, you already didn't listen to her. When a woman tells you what she wants, then you just keep going and doing what you want to do like that, over pursuing her. She was helping you. She was trying to tell you to, hey, dude, calm your jets, and you didn't listen to her. How many times have guys who are watching this video had a girl say, you didn't listen after you got dumped or she broke up with you? I know I had that happen to me a number of times when I was younger. He says, but she didn't believe me and broke up with me. Me and this girl were so perfect together, well, until you became a stalker. He says, I want her back so bad, it was my fault, and I overcrowded her, and I was going to change, but she broke up with me like 2 days too early to help me. I need to, and listen to what he says. He says, I need to get her attention somehow. Dude, you've already done too much attention-seeking behavior. Again, the illusion of action, over pursuing this girl, chasing her, stalking her, is not going to make her want you. The only thing you can do, she dumped you, she unilaterally changed the terms of your relationship. I'd do nothing. If she ever reaches out to you again, hey babe, great to hear from you. I'd love to see you. When are you free to get together? Oh, that's great. Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Sounds awesome. Let's meet at such and such place at 8 o'clock. Or, hey, I'll pick you up at whatever time. If that's all you got to do. Make a date to hang out, have fun, and hook up if you ever hear from her again. But as you can see, it doesn't matter what continent. 3 different guys are on 3 different continents, and they all pretty much did the same thing, and all 3 women acted the same fucking way. So there you have it. If you'd like to get my help personally with a situation or a challenge that you're having, maybe you want to figure out what your purpose is, maybe you want to get in better shape, take better care of your body, maybe you want to turn your business around, or maybe you want to change your career, or maybe you just feel like you're kind of stuck and you don't know what to do in order to get unstuck, whether you're trying to improve your pickup game, dating game, relationship game. So the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone session. You can do that by going to my website, click the products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and follow the instructions for booking a paid phone session with yours truly. If you'd like to get a copy of my book, How to Be a 3% Man, on my website underneath the email sign-up box, there's a box that'll take you right to Amazon Kindle. If you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever device you want to read it on. And I will talk to you soon.